So you're looking for the most established, maybe green, beautiful neighborhood in all of Reno? What are you looking for?
We're talking none other than Old Southwest here in Reno, Nevada.
And why do we love it, Joe? What are we going over?
And we're talking about the character. We're talking about the mature landscape. We're talking about some of the best schools in the area. Walkability.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Welcome to the channel, guys, or welcome back. I'm Joe Hanich.
I'm Ryan Chicvara with a C. Chicvara?
Yeah. You guys made it to the Living in Reno channel. We're covering everything. Yeah,
what it's like to eat, sleep, play, all that good stuff, right?
Definitely. So, where are we today, right now, Ryan?
We're at Newlands Park, right? It's kind of a little semicircle, or a half a semicircle park here, right off of California. And
definitely.
Old Southwest Reno.
Old Southwest Reno. This neighborhood has so much character, so much charm. We've been wanting to do it forever.
Yeah.
Super close to where I'm at, so we took the plunge. Here we are. Our last video, we wanted to kind of give you some homes that are more affordable, under $550,000. Homes today are going to start at that $590,000.
Yeah.
So a different video here, but there's so many great things to talk about. Old Southwest, the walkability, the schools, the restaurants, the architecture.
Yeah, let's jump right in.
And that's what we're talking about
in
this video.
Yeah.
Take us away, Ryan. What's the location? Where are we at in Reno?
So Old Southwest can be described as a little bit of a bigger area to include Idlewild and some areas like that as well. We're kind of just covering in between Mayberry and North Plum, right? So we're off of California here. That basically on a turn switches into Mayberry. But the reason we love it so much, right, is the walkability, the beautiful greenery. Obviously, I mean, when you're going to see a bunch of B-roll that we have as you drive through there, this is one of the older neighborhoods, right? So everything is so established. I think just driving through right now, we probably saw 5-6 different landscapers getting to work on some of these older trees, right?
Absolutely. And it's so funny. Ryan and I, obviously we've been through this neighborhood all the time, and we love it, but we're shooting B-roll of these homes and we're like, oh man, look at that one. Oh man, look at this one.
Yeah, it's like, it was basically like looking at Christmas lights, right? Where you're like to the right, like, oh, you're looking to the left, and it's like, oh no, that one had a cool garage, like that one. So it's super sick.
Yeah, so it's a great neighborhood. It is family friendly. Again, that higher price point as well is gonna, it's just going to cost some money to break into there. Yeah,
I'd say as far as what we say walkability as well, right? I think it is one of the safer neighborhoods, right? It's well established, it's well taken care of. Everybody who's got some of these larger homes has gates up. Everybody's got security cameras, all that sort of stuff.
And also, that being said, you've got neighborhood watch signs everywhere, right? It definitely is a neighborhood that you're going to look out for your neighbors. You know, it's going to have a sense of community just inside of this small little area. The location, I mean, we've got the Truckee River, I mean, a couple hundred feet. Yeah. Right? Can't see it right behind us, but it's right there. Idlewild Park is super close, and so your food truck Fridays, your farmers markets,
all the different stuff. Feed the Camel is located really close if you just head down the other way, this way towards Keystone.
Yeah, live music. So you're close enough that you can walk, but you're far enough away that you're not really part of it.
Yeah, I'd say if you're trying to drive to any of those locations, or even just to get to downtown to do one of the festivals that's featured down there, right? You're like 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
From downtown, right? And then right behind us, you can't see it in the video either, I don't think, but I mean, I can almost, back in my good throwing days,
do it.
I might be able to hit Reno High School with a baseball from here, which is one of the older schools in the area, but well established and well respected. So we'll get into schools a little bit later, but just wanted to mention that as well. I mean, location, you just can't beat sort of what's around us.
Absolutely. Real estate, right? Always talk about location, location, location.
Yeah.
And this one, we're also talking about character, just because Old Southwest has the most character out of any neighborhood in all of Reno, Sparks, Northern Nevada. I'll stamp it.
Yeah, and I don't like to use the term cookie cutter too much. I just think it's kind of a funny term to describe homes, but for lack of, you know, a better term, or tract homes, right? All of these homes are so different, have so much character. One home might have sort of that Santa Fe style, New Mexico type feel, and then the next house over is full brick, and then the next house over almost looks like, you know, it's got like a little bit of like a castle feel to it, right? So it's
definitely.
like everything looks so cool within the neighborhood.
You've got everything from modern architecture to, you know, all the brick homes that we have. And then you also have some homes in there too that need a little bit of love. Yeah,
absolutely.
Owners have been in there, not going to say since the beginning, because this neighborhood started in the early 1900s. But, you know, some people have been in there, you know, for a while.
Yeah, it's a great mix of homes that are well taken care of, some that are investors' dreams, right? You take over a home and do some work in there. And then places right in the middle where it's just your standard home. But then we've also seen people who buy it, sort of a dilapidated property, completely knock it down, and then you've got a brand new modern house in there as well.
Absolutely. So. Great segue to kind of just talk about the real estate in here. Currently we are Football Thursday. Very first football game of the year. What
September 7th today. So that's why I'm rocking the Bears hat. We're going to beat the Packers. Haley's, Joe's wife, is a huge Packers fan, so probably going to write something on a whiteboard in his house before I leave. But yeah, it's Bears Packers week 1. So
starting. But I wanted to say that because there are currently 12 active listings in the area, and that's going to range from a 3.2 1,600 square foot home to a 4.3 3,700 square foot home.
And
price point.
Well, I was going to say there's some big homes within here, right? But because it is Old Southwest and the way they were building back in the day, most of the lot sizes are about a half an acre max, right?
Definitely. So there's nothing larger than half an acre.
And I think we saw as small as 0.1 acre for some of the stuff in there. But as you drive through, it doesn't feel like you're on top of your neighbor. Just the way that things were built out, right? They use that corner of the lot, so then the walkway or the driveways are kind of the shared area. You're not, South Reno, sometimes we say you're right on top of your neighbor, right? So
not here at all. Even if you do have a neighbor that came in, bulldozed a home, and, you know, put up a massive house. And I think a lot has to do with the mature landscape as well, right? All the different trees in there. It is
privacy from your neighbors it doesn't even feel like your neighbor's there, I think, in a lot of these
homes. And it really doesn't even feel like you're in Reno with how much greenery there actually is. You'll see in the B-roll. But price point, again, we're starting at $595,000 or $590,000, jumping all the way to $2.35 million.
And that's just what's listed currently, right? We did see one that went pending at $425 recently, and that one was a gut job, though. Right?
So complete tear
there are opportunities in here, but they move quick in this area.
And as far as the year built, again, they started 1905. And then you've got the newest home that sold was 2019. That being said, people have torn down and built within 2022, within 2023. So
and there could be some homes that are in there that are even older than 1905, right? But that's just basically what we've seen on market within the last year.
Sold,
Or sold within the last year, right? So
but I would say early 1900s is right around there. Great thing about, or bad thing, depending on your point of view, there is no HOA, right? So it can be a bad thing in certain areas. I believe because the price point is so high here, you're not going to deal with broken down cars, with abandoned trailers. It's just not going to happen in this neighborhood.
I think anybody who was in this area and was letting their home go saw the opportunity to cash out and take the money and run. And so, you're not seeing the person who's just utilizing the home in the wrong way, I guess I'll put it that way.
The pride of ownership throughout the entire Old Southwest is, it just makes you feel good.
And then did want to mention that something I love, my parents are from the Midwest, from Chicago, and so I love a good basement, right? And so there are a good number of homes in here that have basements, and you just don't typically see that in this area, and definitely not in new builds around here, right? And so one of the listings we looked at, we saw the basement down below, and we both went basically straight to football of like, wow, what kind of man cave could I have down there to watch the Bears Packers game on Sunday? So definitely some cool features out here.
And I mean, again, just value to be added there, right? You throw in some egress windows, you potentially create a walkway into the basement, right? You have some next generational living there.
Or a rental, right? We do see people do that as well. So.
Absolutely. And again, as far as walkability, how close you are to Midtown, and we're going to segue right into that just because of places that we love. Being able to walk from your home far enough away from Midtown, you're not dealing with any of the crazy party goers. any of maybe the homeless situation, but you're close enough. You can ride a bike, you can walk there. You're, you know what, 5-minute walk?
Yeah, and they got, well, yeah, I'd say probably a 10-minute walk, maybe 15 minutes, but then also same thing, you got bikes, or they got the scooters downtown that you can ride right back, obviously. And yeah, so you're right there in Midtown. We love that area, right? I mean, Two Chicks, great breakfast spot, Noble Pie out there right next to Pinion. So you can grab beers at Pinion. They've got a ton of options, but they allow you to bring food in from Noble Pie. They voted the best wings in Reno.
I'll vouch. They're great.
And then Kabui Izakaya is another one of our favorites. Kind of like Japanese tapas, right? So it's smaller plates, stuff that you share, but
it is so
phenomenal.
Good. Yeah,
it's crazy.
And we keep going to different restaurants, higher end, nicer restaurants, and we'll just kind of get underwhelmed, I guess, right? That just something wasn't great or whatever. But Kabui Izakaya is the go-to, and they've always been fantastic. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. And if you're in the Reno area and in Midtown, check it out.
Gotta check them out.
Go check it out.
Yeah, and
the
they fill up fast.
The ramen's crazy amazing. All of it's fantastic. But the closest brewery to where we're at right now is the Brewer's Cabinet.
Yeah.
Right? Good spot, good food, good local beers.
Yep.
And that's a 5, depending on where you're at, could be a 30-second walk.
Yeah, right. They're like right on the corner there. And they have a tap room as well. So if you're just looking to get beers or something before you go to an AC, whatever it may be, they've got a separate room now as well, which is pretty cool.
And then closer to Plum, so farther to the east there, Stonehouse Cafe is really close to us here. Best breakfast, brunch.
That's one of my personal favorites. Even I think people go there for brunch and stuff like that. I've only gone there for dinner a handful of times, but I think I had one of the best steaks of my life, and that was back when I was still in kind of my post-college days and making decent money as a bartender, and you know, didn't really have much responsibility. And I remember my mom saying, like, you're really gonna get a $48 steak, and it was worth it.
Yeah,
it was worth every penny.
There we go.
So,
I love that.
Yeah.
Also close to the Rattlesnake Club, kind of a little bit of a higher end steakhouse. Went there with the wife, the in-laws. It was great. Yeah. We've been back since, and it was very good. Voodoo Brewing just went in over on Arlington and Plum.
And so that's just a tap room, right? They get the beer from other places, but just another cool option that's brand new.
Well, it's their brewery. They just bring it. They bring in their beer from their brewery back east. And then the kitchen table is right there as well. So option wise, you've got every option. There's bars, there's breweries, restaurants. I mean, you name it, you got it.
Yeah, proximity once again to anything you might be looking to do.
But Ryan, I've got kids, right? I've got to 2 in high school, 1 in middle school. I don't personally, that would not yet, but how are the schools looking?
So that's another reason we love this area, right? So the school districts basically are some of the top in all of Reno, all of northern Nevada, really. You have
not according to us.
Yeah, this is niche.com.
Yeah.
We've used them before. We've used great schools as well. We like niche because they break things down a little bit more and kind of just give a grade, right? So Roygam Elementary is what you'd be zoned for throughout there. We did see Beck as well. Everything I saw for the most part is Roygam, but did just want to say there's a chance you might be going to Beck. But Roygam's an A-. Swope Middle School is a B+, and then Reno High, which I mentioned right behind us here, is an A. So
right there.
Yeah, and the criteria that they're basically listing off of: academics, teachers, clubs and activities, administration, right? So that sort of stuff, and then they come up with that full grade. So
definitely
B+ through an A across the board there. So can't really beat it as far as the school district out here.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I think we kind of touched on everything that we wanted to hit.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, if you are looking to, we get a lot of people reaching out that are retiring as well, right? I think to not go to a brand new build or to the outskirts, kind of, if you're looking to retire but still have a sort of sense of community, this is the spot.
And yeah, centrally located, so many things that are going for it. So if anything was intriguing to you guys and you want to reach out for more information, or you just want to buy the most expensive home in Old Southwest,
let us know.
Call us, text us, email us.
We are licensed real estate agents, and we are the ones on the other end of the line. So
we're the guys. Until the next one,
stay tuned.